Jumpmans.
25 summers.
That handwriting thing, because it could go either way. That's a situation right there where under different types of circumstances up in there, that same kite that we speaking about, that's a letter that you wrote to somebody about anything in particular, some contraband, something that's going on in the penitentiary. If that letter and that kite gets apprehended by the authorities and it's deemed so that it caused a security threat or the detrimental to a person or to the correction institution, they will take that for further investigation, and they will bring in a specialist, because when they want to match it, because
the
handwriting, because you done said some shit about, yo, as soon as that nigga come out of masonry class on Thursday, shoot him. Bang.
Yeah.
And then he ends up getting shot. They're gonna be like, okay, man, but we just caught this kite that came out of such and such and such a cell. And he said when he comes out of the class, shoot him. We're gonna match that with him and indict him on some more shit.
So the so-called kites, and where it would get to the point of the handwriting specialists and stuff, would be more so because someone's doing a call out on somebody, calling them out to fight, or what? Explain what the call outs
Right,
are.
like I explained to you in other videos and shit, right? Like a mandatory call out, somebody slip you a kite, talk about play the yard. You need to get there. They not gonna incriminate themselves to the point where, yo, you come out to the yard. Now they doing it now because they don't actually want to go through with the shit anyway. It's a pump fake.
Yeah, let me have that.
So it's a pump fake. So, but if somebody writes you a kite and be like, yo, nigga, you know, all call outs is mandatory, play the yard tonight, man. You know it's going down. You know it's getting ready to pop off. They're not gonna say those words to you, because when it does pop off, they need somebody they could throw this motherfucking onion on, man. The administration needs a body. Somebody who gave the order to hit that. Because he got hit, and he got hit. But we have a kite that we just got out of Joe Blow's cell, and he said when they get to the yard, hit these dudes.
So it's like, basically, it's like just writing the evidence down. Like
And you
giving
incriminating yourself,
Yeah,
and then
and
what the administration's gonna do is they gonna call the New York State Police Department, and they gonna come in, and they the ones that's gonna read you the Miranda warning, you got a right to remain silent, because our officers are peace officers. They can read you that right, but they can't transfer you into their custody. Their custody place is there, the prison. Someone has to come in to take you to be arraigned, and that's to a courthouse. So they leave that up to the New York State Police Department. They come in there quick as hell. Yo, Mr. Ross, you got a right to remain silent. You got a right to attorney. You got a right to all of that, you know? And you want to know what they got on me, man. They just got a kite that you wrote talking about, yo, when you get out to the yard, man, shoot that dude. And they can determine what shooting mean by now you in the infirmary.
25 summers. 25 summers, we back. Speaking of call outs, have you ever been called out or had to call anybody out?
Yeah, I got called out a couple times. Like
Okay,
a
give
couple
us
of segments, last couple of videos, I told you with the call out, with the niggas that sent the kite to me, with the call out was all mandatory, all call outs is mandatory, be played the yard that night. That was the situation I was telling you about, man, with them Spanish dudes that went and copped some stuff from me, man, and then sent me a call out, man. The move was to take out order, was to slide me out the game, man, and get rid of me, man, and then I had to turn the tables on that one there, though. But a call out is when somebody slip you a kite like an hour or two before a recreation break, and they talking about play the yard, or you know, to be there. That's an instant invitation to get busy. It ain't no game that's gonna be played, ain't usually no talking gonna be talked out. It's gonna be some blood being shed and some getting busy, man, because this is what the clientele dictates in the penitentiary in the yard. And I done got a couple
so
call-outs.
check this out. What's the difference with somebody calling out, which they're basically giving you notice? Hey, we gonna hurt you. What's the difference between that and them just getting at somebody? Somebody just getting at somebody. What's the difference?
It's the ones that started reading all of them books, them 48 Laws of Power and all of that spook that sat beside the door and all them crazy ass books that clutter your mind and make you start thinking like George Jackson, and then you start scheming on how to catch a dude. So now you ain't gonna send no kite. I'm not sending no kite, putting them on point. I ain't saying nothing. As soon as we get to the park, it's on and popping, man. We just setting it off like it's setting it off like the 4th of July. Those incidents are little strategic moves made. Then they got the ones that done read a lot of books and have seen some movies, and then they want to rock the baby to sleep, which means act like nothing is going on. A truce, we wave the right flag. We don't want no beef. We surrender and let it fade out for about a week or two. And then just whenever you just forgetting about it and all of that, they come from nowhere, man, and shoot you. Bow, you gone. You out of there. That happens a lot too. That's called plotting and scheming. That's called the art of war. These jokers in penitentiary done read the book Art of War and all of that, man, and they try to implement that toward their everyday life in the penitentiary. So this is how you catch your enemy and throw them off guard, and then you get them later on in the game, you know. To me, none of that matters to me. None of that shit.
25. Extortion. Extortion in prison. You know, you got guerrilla extortion, I hear you got extortion by religion.
Yeah.
And I hear you have friendly extortion. That's what I'm hearing. So, you know.
A lot of friendly extortion. The guerrilla extortion comes from these so-called leaders of these organizations, these gangbangers, and they figure out somebody done came in the penitentiary, man. They got a little street credible status, man, where they got some ends, some money with them, and then they'll send somebody to press them real hard on some, yo, they want this, that, or you gonna get out of here, you gonna get hurt, we gonna send you up out of here and all of that. That's the guerrilla shit. That shit played out because a nigga drop a slip. Once again, another kite to the administration, talking about this nigga over here just threatened me, talking about he gonna do this, that, and that, and then they gonna put 2 and 2 together, check you out, see who you are, check out your institutional record and background, seeing you got some money on the books and all of that, and they gonna see that your story's credible. They'll usually get the dude that wrote the kite, match his signature handwriting up with some shit, and get him out of there, and then he facing charges while he's in SHU. And then the friendly extortion, the ones that come amongst you, man, and try to be best friends, good friends and all that. And all the meanwhile, the hidden agenda is, I'm going to live off of and eat off of what you got and eat off your pockets and all of that, man. And dudes has done that, man. Dudes have done that to me, but I recognize the game, man. They not friendly extort me. I kept niggas around me because it was to my advantage to have these janky niggas around me, because they can cure and move obstacles that I don't have to do and get my hands dirty.
Okay, so you said you went along with it, so you were extorted?
No, the friendly extortion. Okay, let me give you an example of what I mean by why I went along with it. That's cat I met before, right? Be cool with me and everything, but he know I go down on the floor, and everybody know the floor is a visitor room. And you come back off the visitor room, you all of a sudden, man, you can produce resources and stuff of things that people want in the penitentiary. Okay. And so now I'm your best friend. So now I'm looking for you to look out and give me 1 or 2. Give me something to smoke. You know, give me something to sniff. Give me something, you know what I'm saying, I can make some money out of Boston commissary and all of that. Because you got it like that. And by me showing fake loyalty to you, at turns that'll have me inclined to be like, yeah, he's here, he there, he on the front line. Let me give him this so he can hold me down. But I recognized all that, man. And I only gave them that, man, to appease them, man, because they better good around me than not around me. So are you
copping a plea, man?
Nah, absolutely not, man. Absolutely not, man. I was
did you extort anybody?
Never. I never did that, man. Because when I came in the penitentiary, it was on the more I got with the conscious kick of the aspect of the penitentiary, and that conscious kick wasn't allowing us to oppress your brother, black on black stuff. taking from him, stealing from him.
So there was no extortion back then. So we're gonna blame the Bloods again. When
No. Them Puerto Ricans was robbing fools and extorting niggas too, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Why
it wasn't just the Bloods.
Why I knew
It wasn't just the Bloods. It wasn't just the Bloods. Like I'm saying, there's a group of people like the guards. The guards had the family back in the days in the penitentiary. They was considered to be strong. They was ones that studied their math. They knew their math. They lived according to their lessons. They didn't eat pork. They didn't use profanity. They tried to look out for and uplift their brother. They wasn't against oppression. So they was roughly one of the strongest groups in the penitentiary. So they was respected and feared amongst the administration and everything. I was part of that because that was like something that I wanted.
And then somewhere down the line, I guess you was extorted by religion.
Yeah, religion will change. When they try to use religion as they tool, they pawning tool and all of that, they never did me, man. I just started operating outside the law on my own when I realized I could produce a value of a need that's needed in this penitentiary yard. And I had the ability and the capabilities of producing that. Then I stopped. I went away from all religions and everything, man. I started being a martyr, somebody that just did what I wanted to do because the end justified the means, justifies the end for me. And it's paying some bills, and I didn't have to answer to nobody.
All this while you're in prison.
While I'm in prison, man.
25 something.